Can I say hi, future self?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hi, future self. This is your younger self, Micah. Yes, I know. I look great for my age. I'm 11, if you didn't know what time I'm in. And
What year is it?
it's 2020.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your 5th grade year was a little different than your past years.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of March, what happened?
We got kicked out of school because of the coronavirus, which you probably already know what it is, because it's probably like in like history. So yeah.
And so after you got kicked out of school, what happened next? Was it just a free-for-all, no more school?
No, we had online school where we would have to every day go on the computer. And use the computer to do school. And we had WebEx, which we could talk to our teachers. And
That was like a video program on the computer?
You could like see everybody and stuff like that. And then after your schoolwork was done, we basically had the whole afternoon to just play. So yeah, I'd play Don't Starve Together and stuff like that.
Okay. What was the coolest part of being home and doing school at home?
I think it might have been the afternoon free time, because before we would come home at 3, I'd get done around like 1. So I'd have 2 extra hours that I wouldn't have usually gotten for free time.
And what was the most challenging part about doing school at home?
Most challenging was probably that sometimes what they said didn't really make sense because they weren't there to explain all the rules. So let's say she had said to build a puzzle and she didn't give us enough instructions. In class, we could just raise our hand and ask her, but in WebEx or Schoology, which is a program we use to get all of our school's work, in Schoology we could either type her a question, or on WebEx we could ask her. But other than that, we wouldn't have direct, unless we were in a WebEx soon, we wouldn't have that literally a teacher can come straight over. So, yeah, there's that.
Have you been doing a lot of traveling lately?
No, but we're going up into the mountains.
Yeah, coming up.
Why
don't you describe what the last 8 weeks or so have been like?
Well, approaching school, the end of school.
Well, you did during the time when we were doing school at home.
Well, I kind of just described it.
You described the school part. When you weren't at school, could you drive places and do stuff?
We couldn't go to the store, only that guy behind the camera, turn the camera around so you can show you. Daddy had to go to the store, and yeah, so we were allowed to go outside and play with friends, but we only just made a rule that friends can come in the house now, but only 1 friend per kid, so 3 friends at most.
And why the restriction?
Because of if people are in close proximity and one of them sneezes, they have the coronavirus, they give it to someone else, then they sneeze, give it to someone else, and it's just a big dominoes.
Gotcha. So, in a little while, you might look back on this video. Why don't you describe a little bit of what you want your future self to remember about this time that you might have forgotten sometime in the future?
Well, I could forget. What would I forget? This, if anything, I'm gonna remember a lot of stuff because it's so big.
Was it a fun time?
It was fun in the sense that nothing really changed around the neighborhood other than we can't go places in the car very much.
That'd be the not fun.
But other than that, it's pretty much the same. If you look out even now, because it's still going on, but if you look out even now outside, you can see people just riding their bikes, taking walks. It's basically the same as it always was, except that we can't go places.
Gotcha. What's your prediction? Do you think that COVID-19 will be all done by the fall? Will you go to school in the fall, or will you do homeschool again?
I hope so, but if whatever happens.
Alrighty. thank you so much for answering my questions today.
Rabbit. This is Joe. He works at a button factory. Yeah. See? Stop moving.